Hey kittens, welcome back to my channel. I know this is a kind of a weird start of a video, but I had to show you what EA had going on with this house. Look at this. I only took a few pictures to save y'all, but I tried to look. This house was a mess. So come with me to come fix this because look at that. Girl, what am I looking at? Anyways, thank you. Let's fix this, okay? Let's fix this. Let's add something to it because this house was looking like a hot mess. This house was just looking like they wanted to do art. I don't know what to call it, but it was looking like a clown show. This house was all over the place. I could see it having potential. I could see it, where it was going. And in my mind, I was like, okay, let me just follow along with what they were trying to do. Girl, I could not. It looked like it wanted to be foresty. We traveled the world and we bought different stuff, but none of it it was tacky. That's the word I'm looking for. This was the most tackiest house I've ever seen. And I basically made it as neutral as possible, as modern, as basic as possible. And as I was building this house, you know what? It's always the houses that I don't know what I'm doing with that I end up liking the most. Was this one of my favorite houses? No. But I did like how it came out, especially downstairs. I tried to keep it as minimalistic as possible because the maximalist of the house before, which you only saw a few photos, but it was just so much going on. I felt like I was in a museum for crazy people. Like it was just a lot to look at, and I didn't know exactly what I was looking at. And there was a lot of bird cages everywhere. I could tell, okay, they want birds, they want pet birds, all that other stuff. And I was gonna add it into the house, but then I saw they had it in the greenhouse, which I'm assuming that's what that is. I kept the greenhouse. That's the only thing I did not touch because it is unique. It does have its own little touch, and somebody in there really, really likes tropical life. So I didn't take it completely away. I left that in the backyard and I didn't touch it. And it already had like a bird sanctuary in there too. Apparently, they wanted birds everywhere. And you would think with all the bird cages everywhere in this house that there would be some birds in this house. I didn't see not one bird, but I digress. So yes, I ended up making this home as modern as possible, and it's funny because this home looks very luxury. It looks like it's like a mansion, like a modern mansion type of build, but this house is not even in a rich area. Like they're not poor, but this is like, like okay, I will say I did go over budget for this house. The house was big anyways. It was it's a very very big house. But they live in like a regular neighborhood. They don't I don't think they live in like a rich neighborhood. Their neighbors have smaller houses than them, so they have the biggest house on the block. And so I kind of just went with it. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like going with okay, what is more my taste? And I do gravitate more towards darker colors because I like darker colors. And like as I was looking, I'm like, ooh, how about like this TV stand with this couch, like all that? I entryway. I just kind of just roll with a lot of dark colors, the basic blue, all that. Has himself a little office with all these bookshelves. I like making little libraries. It's like one of my favorite things to do with like extra rooms. You could change this into another guest room bedroom because the master bedroom is also on the first floor, which is right across from this room. But I decided to make this little office because, what if they have plans? Now, this family does have some lore, and you already know I don't remember names. So if you're curious to who this family is, and you gotta just kind of have to figure it out on your own, okay? I did not remember names. I didn't even post any pictures, okay? So don't expect any pictures to pop up of who I'm talking about. Okay, if I can learn how to edit that, I probably would edit who I'm talking about, but I'm not there yet. So we're just gonna have to just figure it out and call everybody ABC. So this family has a messy family tree. This is a family of four. Recently, a family of four. She just gave birth. So two boys, a husband and a wife, and the husband is a serial cheater. I have built houses prior that I have posted where the husband is connected to many, many women I have built for. This husband is nothing but a low down dirty dog, okay? He literally is not loyal. I mean, he has women in love with him. And I quickly found out that none of them know about each other. Like one lady was like, "Oh my gosh, after a divorce, I'm living my best life. I'm living my best life and with a new love life." And it's this man who is married. And then another one where I built my last build for that country mansion. Yeah, she was pregnant, expecting I was building a baby house for her. He is not the father. He's not the father. Somebody else is the father of her baby, but they were also a loving couple. And then there's romantic interest. They're still romantically interested in each other, but I think she caught him cheating and she confronted him, so they're not really on good terms right now. And but he is talking to another woman and he's married, and it seems like the wife knows about it, but she's putting up with it because, I got to take care of my family type of jazz. And it seems like from what I read in her bio, she left her old life to be with him. Like she basically sacrificed her happiness to, be and married to marry this man, to look trifling, to marry this man, to love this man, to have kids with him. And here he goes, just cheating on her back to back. And it also says in her bio that he never comes home. Like she's practically a single mom, a married single woman. He never comes home. It's very rare for him to come home. He comes home sometimes the next day. Sometimes he comes home 2 days later. His bio, he said he'd be going in hotels, everything but home. He might as well buy him a second home because he is never actually home with his kids. And you know what's even worse? He got her knocked up again because they do have a newborn. Did I say that before? Yes, they do have a newborn baby boy. Okay, they already had a son. Now they have another son and he is fresh. How are you cheating, sir? So yeah, he's cheating on his wife and then they have this big old house. So, you know what? I figured, you know what? Let me make it seem like he's the breadwinner and give her a reason why she just chooses not to leave. Because if that house was the reason she chose not to leave, girl, I'm looking at you sideways. You telling me you living in a house full of clown decorations everywhere and you just said, you know what, I'm just gonna take my sons and go? Making me disappointed and mad for no reason. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm not really gonna play the family, but I am gonna build on this house because why not? And at least, I mean, cheating isn't okay, and staying with a cheater isn't okay either. But it's like at least have something, okay? So I decided to make this house look good. Okay, he makes the money, he pays the bills. The fact that you're living here, I can get why you're staying for the kids because you're a housewife. You don't really have any finances of yourself, and honestly, take what's ever in this house and sell it, okay? You don't know he never home. But you didn't hear that from me. And I was just like, okay, she wants to stay for her boys. Let's have a reason to stay. Let's make it kind of make sense, even though it's very toxic. So I made this house look decent, look very livable, very much so like, ooh, like you come over, this is a nice house. I'm pretty sure if she ever had friends over, does she even have friends? I don't know. If she ever had friends over, like she can like be like, "Oh yeah, welcome," and hide the fact that her husband ain't nothing. Or even if they know, they're like, "Girl, don't leave him. Look, he's taking care of y'all. He look at all this house. Look at this nice house. He's really got you living lavish. Why would you leave him?" Versus before, what you saw in the very beginning, where it's like, "Girl, this how y'all living, and this is why you choosing to stay." I'd rather live in a shoebox than look at this all day. Like, she only had one kid. Why does the house look like it's ran through? I'm just saying. You just got one baby, ma'am. Your house look like you got 10. Anyways, who am I to judge? After I just said all that. But yeah, I'm building the older boy's room. He is a kid. And, I'm building his bed, his little bed. I'm being honest, I don't even know what he's into. I was just looking up how trifling his daddy was. And, it's not a theme nowadays. Every time I'm telling you guys a story about actual characters I'm building, because this is like, oh, it's not an empty house. When it's an empty house, I be rambling, okay, about anything but the video. But when it actually is somebody's house that I'm building for, which is a pre-made sim, in this town. They got some stories, and why the man always trifling? Oh my gosh, EA, let's talk about it. What is going on? Why you gotta make it so realistic? I'm just like, what? But yeah, and I decided, you know what, let's add a baby room because I don't think they had a baby room or a crib or anything. I don't know. I need to go back and check, like maybe make a new town and check to see if there was one. But as far as my knowledge, I don't think there was. So I decided to make one, and it's a boy. I mean, it don't have to be blue for boys. I don't know why, but I just decided to make it blue to match the rest of the house. I was gonna make it brown, but I wanted to stay away because I already made the kitchen brown. And I know that the hallway is already blue. So it's just like a blue room, blue, 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 blue. But I don't question me, okay? I just decided to make it blue, okay? And it's already done. I'm not going back. But if you have any suggestions of other colors that I should have done, instead of just blue, maybe yellow. You know what? Yellow would have worked too. Oh well. I'm not going back. It's already done. But yeah, I kind of like the room. It was all right. It's a room for a kid. And then I added a laundry room because I never, almost never do that. Is add a laundry room to my builds, and I'm like, with this big old house and her stressing out, we need a laundry room. So I would quickly just made like a really quick laundry room. I didn't put much thought into it. Because it's just you just wash your clothes in there. What else are you gonna do? Hopscotch. Added some bathrooms, for the two of them. Both of them have either showers or tubs in there. So yes, you can. Like even guests could use that bathroom to wash up. Even though, oh, there is a guest bedroom. I was struggling so much of what to do with that big old corner in the end that I just so happened to decide to extend for some reason. And for the longest time, I thought I was just gonna make this like an extra. Oh, there it is. I thought I was gonna make it like an extra like living room, but I really was struggling on that. I was like, and I was gonna add a TV to that wall, but no, it's just I just wasn't feeling it. I had to come back another day to like really lock in, but I wasn't feeling it. It just wasn't giving what I thought it was gonna give, and I contemplated making extra rooms, but I was like, nah. But trust and believe, I went back and I decided to make a guest room and like a little like study room for the kids. Like especially when the baby gets older, it has like a space to like study or improve on their skills. And yeah, I just went back. This here is when you see me coming back and just like filling in that corner and just keeping. I just decided to have them to have one bedroom. I mean, not one bedroom, one living room, and they already have like an entertaining center downstairs next to the living room where there's a couch. They have a little play area and the piano, which I don't know if you caught that on, but there are going to be a bunch of pictures in the end. So if you missed it, you'll see it. So I'm like, why would I make three living rooms when I already got like two? So yeah, I made this a guest bedroom. And also, I just decided since the daddy's trifling, this is a bedroom for him. So like when he does come home and he don't want his wife to know that he came home, he comes up here and like rests or sleeps up here, maybe even sneak a woman in here because literally like that's in his bio and his relationships. Like he is romantic interest with a lot of women. Oh, actually two. Why am I saying a lot? Just two, and his wife. Yeah, and I thought this was cute. I like the guest bedroom, and I was like, let me add something to the hallway. Bloop. Lovely internet. And this is for the kids or the adults. Who knows? I put a little piano there, little lamp. And, I was going to add some more stuff on the desk, but I'm going to be honest with you. It kept locking in the middle, and I need them to have that space to, like, if they need to do homework or if they want to learn how to write. I thought about adding computers. I didn't, but I might go back and add some computers in there because why not? But yeah, just stuff in there for the children. And honestly, I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, this is coming through. And I'm just basically coming back and seeing if I needed to add anything, make anything up, or, bedazzle. And I came back outside to fix the front yard. I almost forgot about that. I almost forgot about that completely and was gonna leave it as is and be like, oh, I'm done for the day. This house was pretty big. So it it's been a while since I did a big house, so this did take a lot out of me. I'm not gonna lie to you. And trying to find pavement for this was also hard. But in the end, it came out nice, and I liked how it looked genuinely. Quite proud of myself. Um, but as I was building, I'm not gonna lie, why is this house so big? They're not even rich. How did they get this house? I don't know. Why am I asking questions? It's EA. They do whatever they want. So yeah, I took away these little light things because a lot of times I forget and I added actual lights in the home because this is only good for when you're building it, you need to see. When you're actually playing the game, you ain't got no lights in there, boo. All of that little thing disappears unless not not all of it, some do stay, but all of that disappears. So I took it all out and added actual lights on the ceiling. Anyways, this video is coming to an end, and I thank you guys for watching. Please do subscribe, and I'm sorry for the weird opening, okay? I just had to show you a little bit of how tacky this house was. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the video. Bye.